Hello and happy welcome to today's awesome video about 3 different kingdoms during the current Battle of Disorder in a brand new faction modes. And you will dive into something pretty new I haven't ever done before. Comment down below how you like it and if you're watching, where you're from. So here you can see a hotspot. We faced Godzilla and Baron and also JFK Wood Summer. So here you can see these awesome players. Let's start here on server 57 with Wolf and ABSO in our faction, and we were competing with the other threes. So here we have a look because I recorded on the final day on Saturday, right? So you can see the results already. Over here you can see this is our hive where SYN came out through the zone 2 and up to the zone 3, and also you can see the other 5 alliances. Subscribe to my channel, that would be so awesome. So here we are at the center Disordered Shrine, and here you can see that our faction is super dominant. We have the most players from ABSO and SYN sitting here in the middle, and a few from Wolf. Over here it was a really hot spot because Khaleesi was standing here, but we pushed them back. So this was awesome teamwork. Here, right there was Khaleesi. However, we made it, and this is wonderful because we all know Khaleesi as a very strong player. And over here we also can see that they are getting over there and trying so hard to push from this side. But Wolf is now here, super busy, burning the cities, which is really, really cool. So Eraser is a very strong player. I have seen him super strong and active, also like Destroyer from ABSO, so really awesome. And here we can see Washable Pegasus, so greetings to you. Super friendly player, and Phoenix of course too. So these alliances are super awesome. What we saw here during this BOD, teamwork and strategy was even more important than only strength, right? So here you can see again the competitors. So this was really, really cool. And this is in a double S rank, so the highest rank possible here in Land of Empires Immortal. So let's have a look here in the ranking. Here you can see that we could have been better, but we do not want to stay in double S rank. That's why we have this spot. And how did KOF made it to be in second place? The thing is, they captured as many rooms as possible to get a higher ranking, so you can do that. If you don't make it's to capture the Disorder Shrine in the middle, you can definitely get as many rooms as possible, or wheels. So here we're gonna look at the alliances who's in there. It's always super interesting to see the players in there. That's why I am showing this to you this time. And here in KOF, wonderful people too. We have here these players I mentioned before, and we all know them because we meet them in Discord, which is so cool. So if you are not with us in Discord, please click in my comment section, because there you're gonna find the link to our official Land of Empires server where you can connect with us, ask questions, and just have a wonderful team talking. So over here you can see now no game, no life alliance, and this is also a very strong player. Here we can see Khaleesi, I mentioned before, Baron of course in that alliance. Super strong players compared to me. I am a baby. However, let's have a look over here. We have these players. I'm sure you came across them a bunch of times. If not, you're gonna be super surprised when you meet them. And you can see how strong they're growing. If you keep on following me, when we meet the next time, you can see the huge difference in strength and power and such. So over here, you can see that we are having these tiles at that realm, which is really good. And I'm just gonna look around over here. As you see, my phone or my internet did not load everything super fast. So I recommend that actually these factions over here should have been focusing on one weak spot we have to make it in, because you see they are super close to our corners and they could have made it. Absolutely. When I was online and I watched it, they really could have done it if more of them would have been online at the same time to push us back. Because ABSO has been so active, which was so wonderful to see, and together with them especially, we pushed them back. And Wolf helped us, of course, too. Wonderful people. And here in the current BOD, we already had a team fight because Zone 2 was open completely to every single alliance. This thing is brand new. Comment down below how you experienced this new faction mode that the Zone 2 was already open. So let's look over here. We have the ABSO Alliance, and here you can see the wonderful players I mentioned before. Super active. They did a really good job, and communication with them on Discord was also really good because we had an extra Discord server. Of course, I unfortunately couldn't be very active this time with chatting, but our leader did a really good job, so thank you for this. So let's have a look over here. You can see the Wolf players that are the most active and that really helped a lot, right? So here you can see that. Let's go up here again. This was what I was talking about. And you can see the difference in strength compared to KOF and compared to ABSO in a double S alliance. It is definitely wonderful to have a faction mode if you're not a super strong alliance with a lot of G10 and G9s. This future, or let's say this event, is wonderful as a team. So you can see that in the middle ABSO stands on it. That's because how can I say, they hit pretty much first, but everybody in the faction who was online and ready at reset, because we declared war at that time, get the rewards that everybody wants in this Battle of Disorder, right? So this is the thing everybody wants, and this is the main goal. Subscribe to my channel. I know you're watching. Thank you so much for your supporting. So this is definitely exactly what everybody wants. Do you know how much sand you get in double blast rank? Comment down below. Before you're gonna see it here in the video, stay tuned. So here is again a weak spot. They could have get in here easily. However, it was so much fun, and you can see the amount of players that are there compared to the other faction. So here you can see that this spot is still very active, although the Disorder Shrine is done. Why is that? Because the other faction, including with KOF, they still want to capture the middle. However, let's go over to 739 faction. You're gonna definitely love it, so stay till the end for the results. Here you can see the opponents from last week. This was so interesting. I can tell you something wonderful, because we know that Katsila is in there, and Baron and JFK. So here, oops, sorry. I actually don't like to open my messages while I'm streaming, because I was streaming on Twitch while I was recording this video. So here you can see the territoriality on this kingdom. BOD, even server, however you want to call it, right? So here you can see that a lot of blue is very active. So we pretty much have a long blue ocean over here, and there you can see a lot of different realms or reels that was captured that you want to do to climb up the leaderboard ladder if you want to stay in double S rank, or if you want to be in double S rank, or any other rank you are currently in. So here you can see we did not declare war yet, and you can see on the top right corner the time. So this was totally different, since we were so sure that there is no danger. We could declare war later, which was really cool and a lot of fair to all of the players, because Europeans, as an example, didn't have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to participate, right? So this was really, really cool. And here you can see all of these super active players that were first there. I didn't make it to be in the middle this time because it was just phenomenal on Wednesday. We pushed as fast as possible with our faction team members to reach the middle, and you can see that right over here. All of the cool players that are sitting here really, really did a great job. And of course, everyone around it, because we were so many players online that it was impossible for everyone to have a near spot right beside the sword of the shrine, right? So this is so super visual here. So if we're gonna go look over here, you can see the other players, and here again the current faction of Order and faction of Chaos members. And here you can see that we are pretty much present over there, and on the spot on top, which you just saw, it was a hot soft spot. I can tell you, we were fighting and pushing the other ones backwards, and we were definitely very successful, right? So if you look around here, we pretty much do not have a really weak spot, right? We have players sitting over here and a complete wonderful blue ocean. Do you see that? It is wonderful. You can see blue, which tiles around, and here, there you can see our opponents, right? They are here, we push them back. So who is here? You can see Grandpa, super strong, and you can also see Katzilla sitting here, right? And of course, Spartia. Super wonderful players and friendly, but they didn't make it to push us out of the middle, right? Like before, with KOF on server 57. Here you can see now Katzilla, super strong one. I think the strongest players I ever have seen, unless, wait, I think on PLM Alliance there's also super strong players like he is. So, however, what I want to say is, look at that. I'm much more than just a baby against Katzilla, however. Super interesting to see, right? And I wanted to be transparent so you know my strength and the player's strength, so you can compare yourself for it and see how fun Land of Empires is, right? A wonderful strategy game with wonderful team members, and you can have so much fun. So here, look around again. We do not have a weak spot anymore by Saturday. You can see that faction of Order was definitely a wonderful order. Why? Because we were well organized, super active, super online, and we were constantly fighting, pushing them back where we can. So the R5 and R4 made a wonderful job to tell us where to go, what to do, and even, backed us up when we needed help, when Katzilla was coming. So it was a wonderful team play. And if you want to have a wonderful active team, you can join our server here on server 39 if you can see yourself in such a very competitive double S ranked alliance. We are always in the double S rank category and haven't ever been in S for a super long time. So let's have a look over here. We can see the other faction, GNB, Guns and Buns, such a cute alliance name. And here you can see their super strong players over here. Oh, it was JYBK, here, JFK right here. So it was wonderful to play with them, and it's been a pleasure to learn and to see how fast my hospital was filling up. And here you can definitely look around and see their strength and compare it in the future, how fast these players were, growing their strength. So this is really wonderful, and that's why I'm recording it like I mentioned it before. So you can see we pushed them very, very far back, right? They pretty much don't have a lot of time. So actually here, the One Alliance should have been a lot more active. I saw GNB and Katsila's Alliance layout a lot more active compared to one. They were there, but not as risky as they should have been, and they could have, backed their two strong alliances a lot more up. However, still a great alliance. One is wonderful with wonderful players in it, I'm sure. And let's look around here. That's also what you always want to do, and I like to do it because you get free resources and your team member gets a little booster in training their troops. So let's have a look over here. I am looking for Cursed Assassin, but I don't find you. Where are you? I thought you were here. Actually, you should be here. So let's have a look over here. You can see Jack Sparrow. I love players' names. They are so creative once I just can hug them, right? So we still have Slim Shady with us, who migrated. Wonderful to have you here. And you can see the cool names. Love it. And you see we do not have a weak spot here. We don't have a weak spot there. It is completely gone. We had them a little, when Wednesday started until Friday, but we pushed the others back, as you can see. Push them back is what you want to do as a faction, especially. You have a lot more possibilities to do so, right? So look around over here. Nothing really is happening right now, but very, very soon we are going to declare war on the Disorder Shrine. And then you will see why it is so important to get into the middle, because everybody wants the free rewards. Because actually, these rewards would have cost a lot of money if you are free to play, type of person. You definitely want to try to achieve it because you get it for free. However, look around here. We also still can see the wonderful players over here and the ones that have been super active. Look at these. Wonderful, right? I love to play with them because it's so much fun. Look around. And always remember these names, okay? And here you also can see that here's a wonderful backup place, right? So that we are not afraid and haven't been afraid that any other alliance could have pushed back to us overnight. It was pretty much impossible. And that's what you want to do. Look at that. Let's enter here. I wanted to have that castle skin because it's so super cute. Why? Hang on, let's move up a little bit. Do you see that cute unicorn flying around? Oh my gosh, I love it. How do you like that skin? Comment down below and let me know. Or what is your favorite skin? Let me know. So I'm sitting here pretty happily, and here you can see again the wonderful ranking. We are on the 3rd spot, and we're gonna make it to stay in the double S rank, right? And here you can see the other alliances. One is gonna drop down to be in S. Again, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for showing love because it does help me. So let's switch over to server 66 faction, where I also have a castle. This time I couldn't be so active. Pretty much not at all because of less time. So here you can see the factions battling each other. Super interesting. And as you saw, this is now in an A rank Battle of the Disorder faction mode, right? A rank here again. So let's have a look. You definitely know DK66 because we were before Drac. And some players migrated to server 39. So here you can see now the Red Hell. I do not know the Red Hell Alliance, so let's have a look here. You can see these wonderful strong players that have great potential. Let's have a look at the level 32 R3 called. Super great. Do you see that? And I don't want to show like before they are 2 or are 1 because they are not very interesting right now. So let's have a look over here. And you can see that we did not win here. Absolutely not. The other faction was a lot stronger and active because Odin is definitely not an A rank alliance. Definitely not. So you can see that here. You can see the different strength and the active members here in the different 3 alliances. Super interesting to see that. And here you can see that they pretty much do not have a weak spot, right? They have here the strong players around the corner over here. Let's have a look here in Odin because we know them already. It's been such a pleasure all the time. We know IMTJ, definitely. We know Banana, who likes to rename himself over and over. Super great players, and it's wonderful to have you here as a faction opponent. So here you can see the wonderful players inside Odin. Look over here, super, right? So also remember their names, right? Remember their strength, and you will be so surprised how fast they're gonna grow in the upcoming weeks or even months. So here we're gonna look around again. Here you saw the ranking. So God, okay, we didn't look at God yet. So here we can see the leader and the R force. I do not remember any of them. Do you? If you do, comment down below. Or if you're watching also, comment. And if you don't want to comment, you can send a cute, sweet emoji in our comment section. That would be so wonderful. So let's have a look to the next one. Here you see that we have wonderful castles like the one before. I love it. The castle skin, and you want to collect it, right? Also, marching skin you just saw is so cool. Look here, I do not see any blue tiles, right? So this is now the complete opposite than on server 39 or server 57, because our faction isn't even close, right? Where are we actually? Just look around the players, right? I really like to do that because it's wonderful to connect with each other and also to show the players that are here. I could have made it actually faster, but I want you to see them. And it's such a pleasure to show all of the players that are here on the Land of Empires. So let's zoom out a little bit. Here you can see that some of us are in zone 3. Since I wasn't active here in 66 this time, I'm in zone 1. So sorry for that. But even if I would have helped, it wouldn't really make a big difference. So here you can see the super active players here. They are always fighting. And SYN, of course, too, and Menda, that I didn't find here yet. But it's wonderful. You know, around this time, many are teleporting back if they do not see any more success. However, really wonderful to see, and you definitely learn a lot from that. That you actually need strong faction mode alliances to make it if you're not a very strong alliance yourself. So this was the case that here in the A rank, we weren't lucky with our faction because they are not very strong and not as active as the Odin alliance as example. So let's have a look here. I also do not remember any of these names. Do you? Let me know in the comments because that would be super interesting. He reminds me of Greggy. We all know Greggy, but that's for sure not the one. Naked in Death. Oh, how funny. On server 39 we have such a cute castle with the name Naked Bandits. So that just reminds me of him. So here you can see that, well, we've been pushed back a lot. You're super active. One over here. So you can see the territory is so different. than the ones we saw before. And if you paid attention to the different zones, you can see here that here are a lot more members in the Zone 1 than in the Zone 2 compared to Server 39. If you scroll back or watch till the end, you will see on Server 39 that there are a lot more members outside Zone 2. Okay, here you can see way too many people in Zone 1, including me, of course. I'm sorry. So these players that are active, they are really, really the most active players over and over again and tried their best to make it, right? Here, what I can tell just from observing right now the territory, there could have been a lot more teamwork between the different factions, right? Because here I do not see any tells from the other two factions. However, let's go back to Server 39 faction because we still have to declare war, right? So here we are, and as you see, we are close to 1 p.m. UCT and only a few more seconds to go. There are no minutes until we're gonna declare war. Here you can see that, and here against you. What does it mean? Well, here, as you can see, we once declared war and captured this wheel. But since we already have it, we don't wanna, fight for it anymore, and we can give it to the Leo Alliance. So this is why it's popping up in case you think that there's war really against you. Don't worry, this is not really against you, but just against the wheel. So again, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So here you can see the rewards everybody wants, and which is your super main goal in the second week of disorder, right? You get in double S rank 300 SYN for free if you are just marching into the middle, the center, the disorder shrine, the holy middle, the holy mountain, however you want to call it here on the disorder map. Different players call it differently, but this is definitely what you want, right? Okay, so as you can see, which is so wonderful, I forgot to mention before, in the FSW Alliance, there's also, subscribe to my channel, there's also a content creator, and his name is Arriba Hispana. He has here on YouTube also a channel, so please also have a look on his channel because he uploaded a video about the current BOD, so that would be super interesting. And you see the countdown is over and everybody is rushing in it, right? So this is really, really fun. The thing here is, since there is no opponent, you won't get any points for killing others, but that's absolutely no problem since you want to have the free rewards, the 300 SYNs, right? It's a lot. And I did here a little mistake. I want to say sorry again to my alliance. Since I'm not reading messages while I'm recording, especially when it's a live stream, that was this time on Twitch, since I want to keep it private, I missed a very important information. So since you can see here, there's so many players active, and to make it a lot more fair and to make the Disorder Shrine last longer, you should have sent 2 marches in with a special amount of troops in total, right? So definitely keep that in mind. If you have a huge faction and everybody is as active as here right now, you do not want to send all of your 7 marches. You can do it like Server 39 to send 2 marches with a certain amount of troops, so everybody else of your team faction has the chance, right? So here you can see that, super cool. And the good thing is here, only on Server 39, I made it to be a participant to get the 300 SYNs for free, because it is a wonderful time 1 p.m. UCT is here in Europe to 3 p.m. right? So that is so good. A lot better than 2 a.m. in the morning. So that is wonderful. So I won't stay here until the end because you already see where you make it. And here you can see on the left all of the participants so far that are inside, which is really cool. First our alliance comes, then followed by what was it? Still NMR. Wonderful. You see the people in here. This is so cool. And you can scroll down. I really like to do it because it's super interesting to see. Here we have SFW and we have NXS. I do have to say this was one of my favorite faction partners. Also on server 57, the faction was wonderful. Both of these factions, really wonderful. And I want to thank you so much for this epic gameplay, right? Especially against Godzilla, against Baron, and against JFK. We only made it as faction because we were working as a team, right? So thank you so much for everybody here for helping and for being such a cool team. And if you have epic videos and clips that you want to share, you can let me know on Discord and I can create a little video out of it, or whatever you like to see. Let me know, because special moments like this, they do have to be visualized and kept forever on YouTube, right? So thanks again for watching. This was so cool. And as we can see here around, it's been a pleasure, right? Everybody had fun and this was just memorable. You can see some are walking out and back in. That's totally okay to do. And probably some had the discussion, I don't know, but you can, for example, make it like this, that only you send troops for one hit. What is one hit? For example, you can see it on the left. One hit takes 5 minutes, right? So maybe it's a certain amount of hits you leave your troops in, pull it back out, and others can go back in, right? So there, as a team, you can discuss about different scenarios. And you can see again how wonderful it is to have such an active faction to win against some of the strongest players. How does it work? Well, being online almost 24/7, so you want to have a team in totally different time zones globally, so you can be active over and over again as an alliance and as a faction, because this is so beneficial, as we can see here. If you are not following yet, you can click on the follow button because it won't hurt you, right? I know you're watching, and thank you so much. Click the follow button, the subscribe button, and you can even click on like. Comment down below because it does help me a lot, and we can grow together as a happy Land of Empire community or family, right? So thank you very much. This was your KatnFalls. And inside the game, we all know my name. I am Happy Lord of Peace with the missing E because it ran away. Thank you so much again. See you very soon.